Hello, I'm Isabel with High Tech Design Safety, here with a presentation for you on Harmonized standards. You are looking for certification support, and we at HTDS specialize in certifying industrial machinery and semiconductor process equipment with more than 1,400 successful projects to our credit. Our process is designed to provide support and certification guidance throughout every stage of the project, helping manufacturers simplify the path to market. If your company is preparing industrial equipment for the European market, you've probably come across the term harmonized standards. But what exactly are they? Are they mandatory? And how do they fit into the CE marking process? In this video, we're going to explain what harmonized standards are, why manufacturers rely on them, and how they can simplify the journey towards regulatory compliance. Let's get started. European directives establish the essential health and safety requirements that products must meet before they can be placed on the European market. Harmonized standards provide manufacturers with recognized technical guidance for meeting those requirements. Instead of prescribing exactly how a product must be designed, these standards offer proven engineering methods that support safety, performance, and regulatory compliance. While the use of harmonized standards is generally voluntary, they provide manufacturers with a well-established framework for demonstrating conformity with applicable directives. Designing industrial equipment involves hundreds of engineering decisions. Manufacturers must consider electrical safety, documentation, risk reduction, testing, and much more. Harmonized standards bring structure and consistency to that process. By following recognized technical guidance, engineering teams can reduce uncertainty, improve documentation, and create a more organized approach to product development. Using harmonized standards also makes it easier to demonstrate that equipment satisfies the essential requirements of the applicable directives. When it comes to machinery, harmonized standards are commonly divided into three categories. First are A-type standards. These establish general safety principles that apply across many different types of machinery. Next are B-type standards. These focus on specific safety topics and protective measures that may apply to multiple categories of equipment. Finally, there are C-type standards. These are developed for specific machine types and provide detailed safety requirements tailored to those applications. Understanding these categories helps manufacturers identify which standards are most relevant to their equipment during the design process. Following harmonized standards is an important step, but it's only one piece of the overall compliance process. Manufacturers must also complete activities such as performing risk analysis and risk assessment, preparing comprehensive technical documentation, completing required verification and testing, issuing the appropriate declaration of conformity, and applying CE marking where applicable. Each of these elements works together to demonstrate that a product meets the applicable regulatory requirements. Many compliance projects become more complicated than expected. Engineering teams often struggle with questions like, which standards apply to this product? Have the standards been updated? How do multiple standards work together? And what documentation needs to support our design decision? Addressing these questions early in a project can help avoid unnecessary redesigns, certification delays, and additional engineering costs later in development. Navigating harmonized standards requires more than simply finding the correct documents. Manufacturers also need to understand how these standards fit into their overall compliance strategy. At High Tech Design Safety, we work with manufacturers to identify applicable standards, support risk assessment, prepare technical documentation, coordinate verification activities, and help guide products through the conformity assessment process. By integrating compliance into product development from the beginning, manufacturers can reduce delays and move toward market access with greater confidence. Harmonized standards provide manufacturers with a practical framework for demonstrating conformity with European directives. When applied correctly, they help improve engineering consistency, strengthen technical documentation, and support a smoother compliance process. If your organization is preparing equipment for the European market and wants guidance on applying harmonized standards effectively, High Tech Design Safety is here to help. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and visit the HTDS website for additional resources covering harmonized standards, industrial equipment compliance, CE marking, semi-standards, and much more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.